Yo, hello, hello. Alright, here we go, y'all. Boom! What's going on? Hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? It's almost New Year. It's almost the new year, that's for sure. Holy crab. Hey. Real quick, in the chat, what's going on, Love and Peace? What's going on, Omega RX? And shout out to Lil Bezzy, usually first on the live streams. Very nice of you. Michael Katz, what's going on? Romeo Miracles 219, thanks for chilling with us tonight. I'm having a fun time. I'm gonna leave the music on for a little bit tonight because I just taking the vibe. Hey, loud and clear. Hello, nice. Good stuff, everybody. Hope you feel better soon. Thanks, man. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, I'm a little bit under the weather. I'm a little sick, but you know, I'm here. I'm here to hang out. I feel a little bit better than Fee. That's why she's not here. She was supposed to be here tonight, but she's not here. So it's just gonna be me and you, and we're just gonna have some fun. I'm sorry if you hear me coughing, if you hear me blowing my nose at some point, but yeah. Sweet, Happy New Year. Hell yeah, Happy New Year. Awesome. So, you know, I figured a fun thing to do to kind of round out the year would be to kind of go over some of the videos that we made this year that we really like. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go over a few and kind of give my thoughts on why we made it, or some knowledge behind how I make stuff, or whatever the case may be, whatever we get into. Yeah, we'll try to see if we can make it until midnight and ring in the new year together. Okay? So, with that being said, let's move over here. Hello, hello. Here I got the channel. Like I said, we're just gonna go over a few videos. I don't really have a list, but I figured we'd start at the beginning of the year, see what videos we have, and kind of just go from there. Let me get my headphones in. I don't have them plugged into my laptop. Here we go. Alright, sweet. So I figured the first video to go into, probably a no-brainer, but I feel like, this one, why I started a Tokusatsu channel. Finley says, by the way, I'm already in 2022 because I'm in Malaysia. Hey, what's up, dude? You're in the future. We'll be there soon. We'll see you in a second. When are you going to post the reaction for Revice episode 16? So, like I said, we have been sick, so we have not been making videos. We haven't been filming anything. As soon as we both feel better, I will try to get that filmed and we'll release it. But as of right now, there's no plans to really get that out anytime soon. So, whenever it's out, it'll come out, guys. We always get to it. We reacted to every single episode of Saber, and we're gonna do it with Revice, so it'll come out at some point. Yeah, so I figured why I started a Tokusatsu channel is probably a good one to get into. I feel like that's yeah, it's a good video that I'm not gonna say I worked really hard on it, but I worked a decent amount on it because I don't know, I wanted to share a good part of ourselves within the video, and I wanted to, I don't know, just share, you know what? Oh, wait, I don't know. Are you guys gonna be able to hear the sound from this? Let me see. Can you guys hear this? Oh, gem hairstyle tier list. That's a good idea, actually. No, I don't hear anything from that. Okay, 1 second. Ba-ba-bum. Ooh, desktop audio? Probably. Oh, there we go. Boom. Okay. Should be able to hear it now. Yeah. Okay, cool. Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear both now? Yeah, I feel like you can. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Can you guys hear both now? Yeah, I feel like you can. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's there. I just have to turn this up a little louder so you guys can hear both of them. Let me turn this desktop audio up a little bit. Let me know if it's too loud. If it's too loud, I'll turn it down. Yeah.
So my friends.
Oh, my friends call me Gem. That's true.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back.
That's true. Okay, I feel like this should be good. This should be a good level. Can you guys hear me? I feel like I'm not super louder than the actual video, but you guys can still hear the video. Still can't hear it. The volume is pretty low. How about now? I turned it up a little bit. Should I turn it up more? I feel like I don't want it super loud. Oh my god. There's that ad. Shout out to the ads. I could turn it up a little bit more, but again, if it's too loud, I guess you could let me know. Video. How about now? I turned it up a little bit. I turned it up more. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna turn it up a little bit more, and then I'm just gonna call. I'm gonna call that because I don't want it to be too loud. I feel like if it's too loud, then you won't be able to hear me, and then Sun says Happy New Year. Hell yeah.
Nice to meet you. Real quick, a few of my favorite.
All right, cool. So I feel like this should be good. I'm gonna turn up a little bit here.
Kamen Rider O's, Mirai Sentai, Time Ranger.
This is so meta, dude. This is like the fucking Bo Burnham thing where like he reacts to himself reacting to stuff. I feel like I'm reacting to my own fucking channel right now.
Actually just the initials of my full name that I don't like going by, which is George.
Okay, so real quick, I say that my name is Gem, and then I explain that my name is George, so people don't call me Prawnhorn. So people don't call me Prawnhorn Heroes. That's like a thing that I try to establish in every video. Like, hey, welcome back to Prawnhorn Heroes. My name is Gem. Like that's my name. I run the Prawnhorn Heroes YouTube channel, all the accounts. That's true, but my name is not Prawnhorn Heroes. My name is Gem. So if you ever are like, hey, there's that guy from Prawnhorn Heroes, that's cool. I'll take that. But if somebody calls me Prawnhorn, I just get the heebie-jeebs. So that's why I was like, let me talk about this so everybody knows where I'm at.
I just never felt like it fit me personally while I was growing up. So my friends call me Gem. Nice to meet you. Real quick, a few of my favorite Toku shows have got to be Power Rangers Jungle Fury, Kamen Rider O's,
yep,
Mirai Sentai Time Ranger,
yep,
and the newly added Garo vs. Road.
Yep. Oh, dude. Oh my god. We were so hype on Versus Road when I made this video. So all of this was just classic. Just like, I fucking need it so bad.
Musician, mainly a drummer. Most of the songs you hear on the channel are tracks I wrote myself, aside from any actual Toku background tracks. I played in bands most of my teen years and toured some of the East Coast after graduating high school.
Yep.
I'm also a line cook.
Sure am.
School is actually where I met my partner Fee, who you've seen around the channel.
Sure
we
sure
lived
was.
In Philadelphia for a couple of years, and it's
that's our old apartment in Philly. I miss it so much.
Fire. What's going on, people of YouTube? My name is Deck of Fire, and it was an attempt to put in my own 2 cents on things that were going on in the fandom, but after not
Deck of Fire feels like such a long time ago. And that's because I started this channel as Deck of Fire back in like 2017, 2018 maybe. And I don't know, it was a weird time where like I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to make videos. And here we are. Honestly, it's really cool. I like this video because of you get to see the progression or like the evolution of how we got to Prawnhorn Heroes, I think.
On paying jobs that would pay my bills, I figured I wouldn't really go back to it. And before you know it, we were leaving Philly.
Boom, look at my fucking hair. Holy shit.
Pennsylvania. It was more affordable.
Hey, shout out to Kingston. Shout out to the Kingston gang.
And peer pressure into getting into Tokusatsu. That's where Toku Marvel and More TV was born. The digivolution of Deck of Fire. I'm Gem.
I'm Fee.
Welcome back to Toku Marvel and More TV.
Toku Marvel and More TV, something I never talk about and something I never reference because that's something I just want to leave in the past, which I will. I probably won't talk about it ever again after this video. But Toku Marvel and More TV was like what I wanted Prawnhorn Heroes to be. I wanted that to be the thing that I was known for. Excuse me. And yeah, no, it never. It's just a mouthful. It's a mouthful. Let's be real. It's just not a good name. Toku Marvel and More TV. And then I thought about doing the Team Am TV, but it also just doesn't sound good. So the decision to make it Prawnhorn Heroes was more of like a, hey, we need something that's just like snappy. Like Toku Marvel and More TV is kind of, like I said, it's like a mouthful. It's a little drawn out. So I always cherish these moments, but I'm so glad that we moved away from that and kind of just like took a step back and I guess took a step back and realized, no, this isn't good. Let me actually, and I'm not even gonna lie. Prawnhorn Heroes isn't the best name ever either, but I think it's better than Toku Marvel and More TV. So that's all I'll say about that.
It was just about making sure people knew what our content was, while also trying to brand ourselves in some way. After some cringy but slightly funny videos,
gonna use those powers on his journey through the decade.
Yo, so this is something that like a lot of people probably don't know if you weren't a fan of the channel or if you didn't know about us back then. But during Toku Marvel and More TV, right before Prawnhorn Heroes became Prawnhorn Heroes, I was making this little series. If you guys have seen Screen Rant's pitch meeting series where Ryan George makes a bunch of like pitch meetings of like all the movies that are coming out and stuff, I wanted to do that for Toku, and I tried to do it for a couple of shows, and it wasn't good at all. But I had a lot of fun making it, and it was one of those things that got me consistently making content every week. So I cherish that for what it was, but it's so out of the realm of what I would do nowadays. It's so funny to see the difference. Where's Sophia? She is right behind me. She's super sick though, so she's not doing this with me. But she's right there.
Hi.
really funny videos.
Gonna use those powers on his
Journey through the decade. You made this in KinMaster? Hell yeah, I did. Yo, most of my videos up until now have been made in KinMaster. Every single one of my videos on this channel. I got to 2,000 subscribers with KinMaster. So I mean, like, anything is possible. I did our reactions on KinMaster. Heroes Homemade on KinMaster. I pay for the premium user thing, so there's no watermark. And yeah, it just works out. Doug, thank you so much. I hope she gets better. Thank you.
Really ended up liking. I decided it was time to take things a bit more serious.
Let me open this up a little bit.
The world was hit by a global pandemic. I figured what better time than any to shift into turbo and really see what I could do with this. And thus, Prawnhorn Heroes came to be. So you might be asking,
KinMaster, tomato. Literally, you don't have to be the grammar police. Relax.
What makes Prawnhorn Heroes that much different than Toku Marvel and More TV?
Yes.
Other than the name change.
This is something I wanted to establish. Like, Toku Marvel and More TV is not the same thing as Prawnhorn Heroes. I wanted to make sure that that was like a different, like the whole like mission statement or like the goal for the channels were different. I feel like with Toku Marvel and More TV, the goal was to talk about all those things. Like, it was meant to be, I want to talk about Marvel, I want to talk about DC, I want to talk about Star Wars, but I feel like that's spreading myself super thin. Whereas like with Prawnhorn Heroes, I really just wanted to hone into like what I wanted to do in Tokusatsu, in the Toku community. I wanted to show my mom my collection and see how she reacted to that. I wanted to document me and Sophia's reactions to every episode of the current Rider seasons every week, and create a series where we make food dishes inspired by Tokusatsu characters. You know, like it was that all that I was not thinking about during Toku Marvel and More TV. So I feel like me saying this, I really wanted to express for those people that did care that like this was not meant to. It's not just like a name change. Like like the whole, everything had to change. Like my whole, like the purpose behind making the channel had changed, and I wanted to take it more serious, which is the other thing. Prawnhorn Heroes is meant to be something that I can hopefully grow into like a bigger thing, and it's been growing this year, so that's another reason why I wanted to do this. I love the retrospection and kind of just like looking back on everything and seeing how far we've come, honestly. Nice.
With Prawnhorn Heroes, I don't want to put out just any video. While I do love making silly, cringy content, that might have to stay over on TikTok.
Day number 1 of henching for Rosie freaking Donald until she notices me.
Yeah, do you guys know about that? Shout out to, comment right now if you know about the Henshins for Rosie series that I did. And honestly, like, it's so funny because, like, at the time I was like, oh, this is so fun. It's just like a nice silly thing. But then I kind of realized, like, it wasn't the best thing. I don't know. Like, this is why I haven't done this since. Like, I feel like adding somebody on Twitter every day until they acknowledge you isn't the way to reach out to people. But at the time I was like, oh, this is just something silly that's going to do. It's TikTok. Like, it's just, like, TikTok isn't meant to be taken seriously. So, like, but again, this little joke was something that got me posting on TikTok daily, which then I guess got me in the algorithm more. And TikTok is one of our most, if you want to say, successful platforms. It probably is TikTok because the numbers are cool there. But I don't know. TikTok I don't take seriously. It's just for me to fucking go have fun. It's just like for me to go henshin and have a good time. Like I don't really think too much with TikTok content. What's the very first Tokusatsu you've ever watched? Easy, Power Rangers. Baby.
I love you, Golly.
Also, I had to explain what Golly was every single fucking day. So again, for those of you that don't know, Rosie O'Donnell is an actress that played this character Golly in the movie Harriet the Spy. And as a kid, me and my sisters loved that movie, and I remember watching it a bunch, and I just loved her character. She was like a babysitter, like a nanny for the main actress, for the main character, and I loved that energy that Golly brought. And Rosie O'Donnell, whenever I think of her, I think of Golly. So when I was doing this little series, I was like, all right, let me reference that thing that I know Rosie by. But everyone was like, who? What's Golly?
Where we've been posting a bunch recently. Come hang out. Because I'm looking to bring something new to the Toku community. I want to document my journey of Tokusatsu through reactions, through unboxings, reviews, and everything in between. Every story has a beginning, and every journey has a first step.
So true.
And if you're watching this, you're already along for the ride.
So true.
Being excited about a new toy, or the new episode this week. It's fun when you binge a show, but it's also nice to look back and see what your very first reactions were to that show that you watched week to week.
Nice, yeah.
I also want to create a space
hey, shout out Josh.
Proud and happy about what they're watching. Show off that henshin. Let's
show it off.
Why the season is good without the worry that someone might bash it. You like Ghost? Sweet.
Fuck yeah, let's talk about it.
I love about that series. A huge fan of Operation Overdrive?
Yep.
Great. I believe it has one of the, if not the biggest, plot twists in Power Rangers history.
Yep.
And if I just so happen to not like a season you love, please
let me know.
Tell me what.
Let's talk about it.
Because I'm all ears. I'm also very much.
This is something that I wanted to also stress in this video. Like, if you come to this channel, it's because I want you to feel comfortable talking about that season that you think people hate. I want you to be like, yo, Jem, I really like Ninja because XYZ. And I'll be like, fuck yeah, that's sick. I didn't see it that way. So thank you for expressing that to me. Because I feel like there's so many pockets in this community and everywhere, like in the world and in other niches, especially in Tokusatsu, though I feel like there's just pockets of like, just negativity or passive aggressiveness, or just like negative energy. And I don't know, I've dealt with a lot of negative energy in my life, or just like negativity. So to bring a positive perspective or take to the Toku channel has always just been my goal. And I hope to inspire other people to make positive content, or to just share the positive sides to stuff, even though people would love to hate and say that Ninja or Ghost are like the worst seasons ever. So yeah, I want to express that because I hate when I love a season and all I see is like hatred on it, when I know personally that there can be good things to talk about. So I don't know, if you ever feel like you want to talk about a show that people have hated on, feel free to shoot it my way. We can talk about it. Hey, happy almost New Year's.
documenting and filmmaking, so I'm hoping that I can hone these skills while making content that both you and I can enjoy. I'd love to know what made any season a treasure for you, because that's the main reason I started this channel. I wanted to start making content that I wanted to see in the community, and I haven't fully embraced that just yet here in the channel, but I promised I'm working towards it. I can't say I'm the best at editing, filming, or writing, but I can tell you that I have a passion for it that can't be taken away, just like this genre.
Hell yeah.
Tokusatsu is a huge part of my life, and it always has been.
Nice.
I'm hoping I can reach people within our fandom, but also go further beyond that, and maybe catch the eyes and ears of people who don't know what the heck we're talking about. Because sometimes, people just see toys, but to me and Sophia, these are pieces of memories of the times that we got to laugh, cry, and bond over these wild, dramatic, CGI-filled pieces of media we all know and love. So thank you if you've made it this far.
Hey, shout out to Toku fans from the Philippines. Hello. Shout out to Philippines Toku fans.
Never told me that this wouldn't work out, because that's just the fuel I need to make something.
Mark in the chat, you and Fee are my favorite creators. Collaborating with you was easily one of my favorite moments of 2021. Mark, you are the man, dude. This is just the beginning. We'll be talking soon, man.
Sitting in this chair and uploading another video about these shows
that we love to watch. Thank you.
I'll see you later, Toku Heads.
I'll see you later, Toku Heads. But anyway, Toku Heads, let's go back and see another video. Honestly, I think Fee really likes that video. I like that video a lot personally because it's one of the things where I get to express why I wanted to start a channel, what I want to do moving forward, and you kind of get a little bit more, a little peek into my personal life, like my musician aspect. I'm a line cook, all that situation. And how I kind of got to this point of just like starting content, and I just think it's a really cool inside of what we get to do, or like what I do, and all that stuff. Henshin fail compilation. Should we watch this real quick?
Oh, here we go.
I'm glad people like you are around. Hey, thank you so much, Doug. Thank you.
Last take.
All right, let's watch some fails real quick.
Day number 1. Day number 1. I love you, Golly.
Nope. Here we go. Oh no. Oh, I hated this one. This one took forever because the book would never scan on the little dagger sword thing. So like it literally took me like 40 tries and I was sweating by the end. And every TikTok Henshin I sweat, but this one, I was sweating so hard. Oh my god. Oh, Fee in there. Nope.
I love you, Golly.
What?
I'm watching the Henshin fails from TikTok.
Number 2. Day number 2.
I'm losing my mind.
Until she notices me. I love you, Golly.
There's a moment where you can clearly tell that I'm annoyed and that I'm getting irritated. Yeah, dude, lining those books up in the driver is so tough. That was the first day. That was the first day. And already I was just doing so many things wrong.
Oh my god.
So annoyed. Yeah, I think I could watch this whole thing and go into a bunch of shit. But overall, a really fun day, and I hope to bring more bloopers like that at some point because I know I have a few to share. That's for sure. Okay, so should I go into reactions? Do you guys want me to talk about like reactions? Because I feel like I can't really say a lot about a bunch of reactions, but I mean, let's see. Okay, you know what? Let's go to... It's not a fun reaction. What I will say real quick, this episode 21 Saber reaction was during a 24-hour challenge that I was doing where I stayed up for 24 hours and watched Tokusatsu. I was supposed to make a video for it for the channel, but I never got around to it because all the footage I had just didn't there wasn't a video there. Like I had no video to make. I just had footage. So maybe one day I'll release it and just show you what I went through watching Toku for 24 hours straight. But I remember at the end of the day, Sophie and I were going to record our reaction to episode 21 of Saber. And I was like, fuck it, let's just do it right now. I'm doing this 24-hour challenge. So, you know. Okay, so real quick, you guys are down with whatever I say. It says, reactions, please. Your choice, man. Okay, so let's take a look real quick. I like this video, but it's kind of boring, and it's pretty long. The giveaway winner announcement. I just want to say that we really like doing giveaways because we like being able to give back to the community. But making this video was something that I had a lot of fun doing because it's just the process of getting all the names that, I guess, like our process of picking a winner. So it was just really cool to kind of do that. But again, I feel like right now it wouldn't be a lot of, you know, like we wouldn't be laughing or anything if we watched that. So I think I'm going to go over here to this video because I feel like I would really love to talk about this and kind of this style of video from me because I would like to do more of it, but I don't know if people enjoy this type of video from me. So I'm gonna let this play and I'm gonna let you guys know why I did this way and maybe what I wanted to do differently and whatnot. The last episode of Kamen Rider Saber. So funny thing is there is a reaction for episode 40, what is it, 47 or 48? The final with Revice. We reacted to that. It's filmed. Like we reacted to it when it aired. We just never released it because we're just so negative. We just hated it. But it exists. Trust me, it does.
Wow,
maybe like Patreon content or like memberships content. Because that's another thing. We really want to open up memberships and we've talked about Patreon, but just as like another way to give you other type of content that would be worth you subscribing for, you know, or subscribing to. You guys know what I mean. All right, let's check out this video.
Dino Fury episode 1 delivered. And I have a lot of thoughts. So let's all sit down, relax, and get into why Dino Fury is about to change the game.
So I want to say that I'm not... I'm not like a reviewer. Like if I'm not like I love writing scripts when I have the muse for it, like when I have the inspo. But it's hard for me to like pump them out. Like I can't imagine being just like a review channel or like an analysis channel because I respect the hell out of people like Thomas Jujubee, the Disney Brain, just like that type of content creator. Like I love so much and I love watching their content. And as somebody that has like a good amount to say about stuff, I sometimes like dipping my toes into that type of content. And that's something like with this video, like I was like, all right, let me flex those review type muscles. I don't know, but I'm always just like super, I'm never confident, honestly.
My name is Jem, and welcome back to Prawnhorn Heroes. Today, we're going to be talking about Dino Fury's first episode, Destination Dino Henge.
Oh yeah.
I have a few things I want to mention, so let's not waste any more time.
So true.
And visual effects.
Hell yeah.
As an aspiring TV
I like this video so much.
The background music of
okay, so can I be real with you? I really despise reviews that just like and I get that like it's a format, right? Like I'm not bashing on creators for doing it. I just hate the format of reviews when you just go by every second, every scene of the episode, play by play, and kind of give your thoughts on it that way. Because it gets to the point where you're just retelling me the episode, and I literally just finished seeing it. I just want to see what you think about it. So whenever I do like reviews or stuff, like I guess I always want to do it in a sense of like, hey, this is what I thought of this aspect, or like this is what I'm trying to bring to the table, rather than like, so we enter into the first scene where we see this, and this is how, I don't know, it's not fun for me that way. So I hope that this style of like, hey, I'm going to break it down into sections of like the things that I like and touch on things from the episode that way. Cause I always liked how that worked better for me personally.
Hey, what's up? Editor Jem here. I just want to point out that is in fact true. I'm actually listening to some Kamen Rider soundtrack right
all day,
now.
dude.
I'm never
all the fucking time
to a show's background music. I love when each show's score
My hair's
has a
so
unique
different.
feel to them. Like when I listen to a certain track from a season and suddenly get rushed with memories and moments from that show. Ninja Storm and SPD come to mind. Dino Fury is coming in hard with battle music that just immerses you into this world, already setting the tone for the show. There's a nice feel of suspense, excitement, and emotion coming from a different number of tracks I didn't think I'd hear in newer Power Ranger seasons.
It's crazy because, like, Sophie and I are actually watching Dino Fury again right now. We just started rewatching it because we've been stuck inside because we're sick. And I gotta say, man, the first couple episodes of Dino Fury still hold up very well. Like, we finished the season. There's a couple aspects of the show and the season that I kind of just, like, irk towards. But I think overall it's a good show. Like, I would give it a very good rating or anything like that. But I think overall, like, those first couple episodes are just very good. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think hearing myself talk about it now and rewatching the first episode the other day, I totally agree with myself. It's so weird to say that.
Days of guitar riff remixes of there's a real good balance.
So
of
true.
and electronic music.
Oh yeah.
Again, something I was not expecting. And that's just for the action scenes. The background music we hear for dialogue and casual scenes could not be any more perfect though. I can't tell if it's too much just yet, but I am loving the amount of background music in this show so far. And the visual effects we saw in this episode were so crisp. There wasn't a single visual that took me out of any moment. In fact, quite the opposite. They looked so good, it just immersed me even more into this world.
I feel like there's a lot
characters.
I feel like there's a lot in this video I could have maybe like cleaned up or like touched up. But at the same time, I feel like I always worry about making a video too short. What do you guys think? Would you rather a shorter video or a longer video when it comes to like an episode review? Because I don't do episode reviews. So like this was totally out of my realm. I saw it as more like a premiere review or like a debut, a series debut review. Or kind of like discussion. Like, I don't even call it a review. I call it first impressions and breakdown. Because I'm just breaking down my thoughts of what I thought of... My thoughts on the episode, you know? So, like, I don't know. It's so weird to look at this and just, you know... I don't know. Moving on, though, because I could probably just, like, keep reiterating stuff after just, like, what I've said already. There is this reaction that I do want to touch on because... This reaction is probably one of my favorites. Like, I go back to this one often. The first time I saw Toma crack his neck to Henshin, it was over. It was over. Primitive Dragon just took the cake of, like, the best form in Saber. Like, you cannot... I don't know.
Kamen Rider Saber. Episode 23, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's so...
23.
God, it's so nostalgic watching these videos. You can see over here, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but you can see over here I have my slider that I use to make a lot of the TikTok, day one of showing TikTok my entire collection series. If you follow me on TikTok, I did like a couple days where I was showing TikTok every single thing in my collection. But I got too much and I stopped doing it. But here you can see my little slide where that I used to like make like those nice smooth shots where you like fucking pan and fucking whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. Terms.
What is happening?
It's so trippy watching these reactions because like one, we didn't include footage from the show, which is something that people always like. Let's go to the comments real quick. Let's see what kind of comments we got. Your reactions to Primitive Dragon is hilarious. You guys are the reasons I so much. Oh, that's very nice. Freaking out. Sophia didn't know that was Genta from Shinkenger. I can't stop rewinding for the reactions are priceless. What an incredible Primitive episode. Love your Primitive Dragon dance. New form is badass. That's what I'm saying. Genta, where's your sushi cart? Oh, here he goes. Hi, bro. Love your reaction, but can you improve to add a little screen for us to watch the scene also? Thanks. Which then I reply with, none of our Saber reactions other than the last episodes have the screen. Our new because this was 2 months ago. I was like, wait, what? None of them were supposed to back then. Okay, yeah. So this is even. Why would you comment this on an old video? Yeah, dude, we never added screens to our videos because like it was always something that I just didn't want to get in trouble with Toei with. I didn't want to get copyright strikes for it. Because I just know that that's happened to other YouTubers when they use footage from the show. So now with the revised ones, if you watch our revised reactions, you know we do include footage from the shows. But I try to do it in a way where I'm trying to transform the media into our own content. So like I'm not showing you the episode. I'm showing you clips and scenes for context of our reaction. Like I'm trying to show you what scene we're reacting to or what scene we're going to talk about rather than just showing the whole episode in the corner for people to watch, because that's not what our reactions are. We're not trying to show you the episode. We're trying to show you how we reacted to the episode. So the goal has always been you watch the episode on your own time and then you come to see how we felt about the show.
Why does that person look so familiar? That lower half of their face looked so familiar.
Yeah, Sophia didn't know that it was Genta, but I was just gonna wait until she figured it out.
That's a flex, opening it with one hand. Ogami-san.
The coolest dad uncle ever. Are you fucking kidding me?
What a snake.
It's that easy? I'm just not as happy to see them.
It's so weird. That sounds different.
Oh, right, when fucking Rinchoro was a dick.
Still good.
Ba 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 ba! Also, now that we're watching stuff from Saber, I got this package from Tokusatsu a little bit ago, but I'm trying to film an unboxing for it. So until then, if you know, you know. But if you don't, just wait. But it's here. It's here. It's my pen to write it down.
Show me his face.
She said, he's not from Shinkenger, is he? What a time. What a time, episode 23 of Saber. It's such a different time, dude. It's in Saber and in, like, the journey of Prawnhorn Heroes. But Saber specifically. Like, what a different world. Yeah. Okay. Something's happening. I don't know. Well, of course I know, but I don't know right now. Get. I miss our primitive dragon book. Best fucking standby ever.
Oh my god!
Hold on, let's see if I can neck crack real quick. Oh,
Oh, he's holding it like
you guys hear that?
under.
Pretty big teeth.
Oh my god!
Best fucking debut. I love it so much. I hope Iki goes through some primitive dragon shit. I need that berserk form. You know what I mean? I love berserk forms. Okay, nice. So we've gone through that reaction. I feel like that was a really that's one of my, I watch that reaction pretty often. Not to like dissect it or anything, but sometimes I just want to relive that moment of just like, yeah, that's when we reacted to Saber and it was cool. Some episodes are just like meh, but that one was really fun. I liked that debut. Let's see. A lot of these are just like reactions of random episodes of Saber, which like I can't really elaborate on that much. This is the first episode of the podcast, which I could talk about a little bit, but there's not that much to talk about. I would say like we just talk about Jiraiya. Huck and I have said that like at this point, like Jiraiya, we might even like it, or like we might have talked highly of it because like it was the first episode of the podcast, but like if we had watched Wind Spectre before that, Jiraiya probably wouldn't have gotten like such a good review, I would say. Do you still have the Primitive Dragon Wonder Ride book? No, I do not. I sold my Primitive Dragon and Elemental Wonder Ride book to our friend Kaiju Carl. Excuse me. I just didn't want the Elemental, and I just wanted to sell both of them. And we decided to get Primitive at another point in time whenever we can. But I'll get Primitive again at some point. I'm not too worried about it. Zenkaiger unboxing. You know what? This I won't go into this one, but this was like I won't watch this one, but I will just say I loved this one because we don't unbox stuff often anymore. I think this was one of the last times we unboxed something that was like super fun. Remember like that B-roll shot right there. I love taking that B-roll footage. So I think there was a lot of cool things that one had that I would love to incorporate in like future unboxings because we want to do more of them whenever we can. Like I said, I have this huge box that I want to unbox at some point. Yeah. All right, let's see what else we can talk about. Oh my god, our worst unboxing ever. Oh god, I'm annoyed just thinking about that episode or that live stream. Sorry, it was so annoying. So annoying. Okay, so Zenkaiger has started at this point. That's the last Sophia's Corner we ever saw for the Chronicle Kamen Rider Kuga Golden Power figures. A lot of openings in the channel. The openings are gone now, but that's okay. If I do bring back the opening, it's gonna be way different, but I'm glad that those openings lasted as long as they did. I appreciated them, but there's just no need to have like a quick 18-second video in the middle of the actual video. So we take it out and we try again. I'm surprised I haven't been coughing that much on this live stream. I'm pretty proud of myself. Let's see, where's the good ones? Where's the good content at? I feel like a lot of this is just like, you know, like it's the filler. Like it's like the reactions are fine. Like I can't really speak a lot on the reactions. I don't have footage. But even when they do have footage, it could be a risk of like the live stream, like just shut my live stream down. Okay, so we're getting into Henshins here. We can talk about this Henshin. Shout out to Tokusatsu Girlfriend. We loved having them on the podcast. A lot of these newer oh, is that a bug? Holy shit. a lot of those newer podcast episodes had a lot of guests in them, so we had a great time talking to a bunch of people. Let me see if my window's open. Okay, so yeah, real quick, let's talk about these henshins. So I did this Dino Theory green and pink morph with my sister and Fee. I thought it was really funny that my sister was the Green Ranger and I was the Black Ranger in this morph, and Fee was the Pink Ranger. And I debated being the Blue Ranger for Ollie, but I think it made more sense to, since my sister was there, to be the Green and Black Rangers. Hello, Ken Ken. Oh, look at my hair.
Dino Fury Key. Activate.
Nice shots. Sound effects, horrible.
Dino Fury Power.
Dino Fury Key.
I think it was like, did we You're blowing your nose. Yeah. Did we say was it planned that I was gonna morph that day too? For the pink and green morph? Or was it just, did we add that in like later on?
No, I'm pretty sure that we planned it because we brought all the stuff for you to morph. Like,
that's true.
the black key and you were dressed in all black.
Yeah. I feel like it was still like something that we decided like later on.
Yeah, I mean, I think you definitely wanted me and Hilda to do something together. You definitely wanted me and Hilda to do something together. So maybe it was a last minute decision that day before we left, but it wasn't like a last minute decision as we were filming. Because we didn't just like bring all the keys.
Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't as we were filming. I remember maybe even when we were practicing in the room, I think we decided to add a little bit more. Because I don't know, I felt like it was so empty if they were just henshing on their own. Or morphing on their own. I felt like it could be better if we were portraying kind of like a training session. Yeah, like a practice, yeah. Yep.
Link to morphing grid. Dino Fury Power.
Dino Fury Key. Activate. Link to the morphing grid. Stego Fury, Black Ranger.
All right. Cool. Nice. Not your average Viper. I gave you a couple shots, man, but you said too many weird vibe things. He said he was going to steal everything in my house if I didn't say Vice is a duck or something. And that's just weird. Don't say that you're going to steal stuff from people's houses. That's weird. So my dude's out. Vibe check, quick vibe check. I don't have any problem kicking anybody out of the stream or from the channel, honestly. If you don't pass the vibe check, peace out, my dudes. I'm pretty lax, honestly. I will say I'm pretty lax with people. But yeah. React to you reacting to Desass die. Yo, that's actually not a bad idea. Hold on.
It literally makes you cry every time.
It makes me cry every fucking time. Hold on, before I do that's such a good idea. Before I do that, I do want to talk about this Pink Sentai Henshin. Just the trailer though. The trailer. How dramatic is this though? How dramatic is this? Oh my god, this is hands down one of my favorite things I've ever filmed. Shout out to all my homies for coming and being a part of this. They're all my in real life friends. I've been friends with them for years. It was so fucking nice of them to be a part of this, and I truly cherish them for being down to do this weird fucking morph in the middle of nowhere with me. And we'll talk about that video when we actually get there, but I really like this trailer. yeah, I don't know if anybody stayed until the end, but I added a little clip here.
Look at this shit. Look at.
Yeah. I love that. I love that video. I was really hoping that one would do well on the channel, but it did okay, and that's fine. We still loved it, and we plan on doing more videos like that in the future. So if you like that type of video, know that it will be those videos. You'll get more of them. Okay, we got some unboxings, birthday live. That was fun. I definitely remember that. Okay, so I can see Heroes Homemade has started here. The first episode was 9 minutes? What the fuck happens in that 9 minutes? What happens in this video?
Today's recipe is inspired by the one and only Death.
What's that?
A villain turned anti.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. We have like the tasting at the
Kamen
end.
Rider Saber. It wouldn't feel right to do this video without including Ren in some
Mark, thank
way,
you so much.
So I hope you all enjoy today's appetizer, Ren and Desast's Deviled Eggs, on the very first episode of a new series we like to call Heroes Homemade. It's time to henshin some food into a tasty dish.
I really wanted to make that a thing. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna say this every time. We're gonna henshin some food into a but I just stopped saying it. I was like, nah, it's corny. Let's stop saying it.
First, fill up a pot with water. Once boiling, with a slotted spoon, gently place 10 eggs into a pot. After about 8-9 minutes, drain the water and add some ice water, just enough to cover the eggs. This is really stopping the cooking process for the eggs so they don't go over. Then comes the fun part. You'll need some blue heat Takis and some flaming hot Doritos. The blue and red here are really an homage to Desast's logo on his back. Here you really just want to crush up your chips however you're able. We used a magic bullet.
Shout out to our friends Lily and Calvin, because I know especially Lily wants to have those Desast eggs. But we still haven't made them for her. But we will, because they're so fucking good. Dude, I love those eggs so much. The Red and Desast deviled egg. I would literally make that every day if I could. All right, so real quick, we're gonna react to me crying to Desast. Here we go. It's starting. No. All right, let's get it, guys. Hashtag Ren. Arigato. This is gonna get me. This is gonna get me. Alright, also my camera might die, and if my camera dies, I just have to change the battery, so don't worry.
43. Nailed it. We're ready.
Oh, hold on, that's around. Ah! I watched this reaction and this episode probably like the most out of any Saber episode. Which made you cry more, death or all swordsman death in the final episode of Saber? I'd probably say Desast. Like, I think it was a little bit more impactful. I think when the swordsmen die in the like last or second to last episode, whenever it is, it's just too much. So like I feel like they're just gonna bring them all back to life. Whereas Desast's, I felt it more. Like I felt the weight of the situation and the consequences. Whereas when everybody dies towards the end of the show, it was like, oh, well, I don't think everyone's going to stay dead. You know, once a lot of people started dying, I was like, oh, they're all just going to come back. But they had me. They had me when it was Slash and Buster. When it was them two, I was like, holy shit, did they just fucking die? But yeah. Ooh. All right. Nice. All right, here we go. Another vibe check in the chat. Sorry, gotta keep it chill. I'm honestly pretty worried here. I'm gonna be honest. If I had the episode playing, I'd probably be a wreck. That guy Roy, what's up? How are you doing tonight?
Why?
How dare they?
Why aren't they showing us that fight?
I remember we were so angry at that little like teaser that they played before the commercial break.
Henshin now again.
Oh.
So if you don't, I guess I haven't talked a lot about it, but I've been working on a specific video about Ren and I guess why he's a good character in Kamen Rider Saber. I won't dive too much into it now because I want to save that whole spiel for the actual video, but listening to this right now is just bringing me back to how many times I had to watch this episode to gather footage and just get inspiration to write a script for it. And I don't know, this is hands down one of my favorite episodes of Kamen Rider Saber, and I would absolutely rewatch it every day, and I would get something out of it every time. You crying at things I get emotional at makes me feel validated. Hell yeah. If I can cry at myself crying, this will be something. You know what? And I don't even feel like it's the scene sometimes necessarily. Once that song starts, my heart just starts fucking imploding. Sorry, I'm just listening to the episode. Again, I dive into this in the video that's coming out soon about Ren, but this scene of them fighting is so ironic in the sense that they're both fighting because they have like pride and ego or whatever. But Ren is also fighting him because he knows that this is his last fucking battle. And like, I feel like they're both saving face at the fact that they really care for each other. So like for them to just like have a poker face during this super intense moment is just super ironic for these two characters that we're usually laughing in the beginning of their journeys in the show. And here it is. Here it is. Gem crying channel emotes, please. Hell yeah, those are coming soon. You know it. The actress for May killed this song, dude. She, it's so good. Ugh. Sam Lum, what's going on? Thanks for coming to the stream tonight. It's almost midnight, so we'll count down in a little bit, guys. Holy shit. All I'll say is if I'm gonna go out, it better be by my fucking best friend. That's how I want to go out. And Ren saves face until the very end. Like, even when he's like, try the red ginger, man. It's good. He's like, fuck no. You know, like, he really saves face until the end. But it's clear in the post-credit scene where he does put the ginger that he does care. And he, you know, it's so fucking sweet. I love that episode so much. Excuse me. Sam, I actually already did the countdown in England. Oh, dude, you're in the future. You are in 2022 already. I'm still in 2021. Let me catch up. How to buy toys from Kotetsu Toys Japan. This is one of my favorite videos. Because I think I've seen people on Twitter kind of just like not know how to buy from Kotetsu, and even after I released this video, somebody had tweeted at Taka saying, "How do I know your store is legit?" It caught me by surprise because like there's so many people that tweet at him and share stuff that they've gotten from him, so like that alone should be enough. But I wanted to create this little video to kind of show people how easy it is to buy from Kotetsu, and I hope to do videos like that for other stores. But for now, I've just been focused on other shit. With that being said, let's take a look at the Pink Sentai Henshin, because again, one of my favorite videos that I've ever worked on, and the trailer came out a while before this came out, so there was a good amount of time in between. Shout out to our monster, just some random guy we saw that day in the woods. Yeah, very, very cool guy. Nice. Hell yeah. So, something I wanted to do for this whole thing, I wanted to just score the whole thing myself. I wanted to write all the music for it because I wanted to like, I want to flex my scoring abilities, if you will. So I did it for the beginning, but I couldn't write something as hype as what plays behind all the morphs. Like, I couldn't write something that hype. So I ended up going with that because I had seen it in Super Sentai's Strongest Battle. It's such an amazing track, and I think it goes well behind a bunch of morphs back to back. But this track that you're hearing right now, this music, I wrote, made, scored, however you want to phrase that. And I'm pretty proud of it for the most part. I dig it.
Break in. you change.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Josh. These are all my best friends. Josh is somebody that I've known for years. All of these people in this video I've known for years, but Josh and I are just, you know, we're the Toku buddies. Like he is my best friend that I got into Tokusatsu with back in 2015, because we were both Power Ranger fans as kids and growing up, but Super Sentai was something else that we got into together, and then we watched a bunch of Kamen Rider seasons for the first time together. So Josh is usually, if I reference like, oh, like I found Decade on YouTube, and like, oh, I watched a bunch of seasons one after another, like Josh was there for all of that. So it's cool to have him in these videos, and you'll probably see him in future videos. But Josh is my man, and he knows about Toku just as much as the next Toku head.
You change.
He's also the only person I trusted to do this morph, because he has seen Kyoryuger, and I didn't want to give anybody else the task of learning this dance. And as somebody that has watched Kyoryuger, I feel like he would be the person that is the most inclined to learn this Henshin. This is Tony. Again, a huge homie of mine. We've played in bands together. We've been best friends for a while. Shout out to the Rooster Pack, or the Rooster Crew. But yeah, dude, seriously, an amazing person in my fucking life. And I don't know what the fuck I would do without Tony, because she's just an amazing person. Also, somebody else that was super fucking ready when we were filming. She was just so ready, and the most prepared, I would say. She took everything very seriously, and I wasn't expecting anybody to take it seriously, but she was fucking ready to go, and learned her morph and everything. So shout out to Tony. You'll probably see more of Tony in future Henshin videos. Doug, can I use a debit card? For Super Chats, I think you can use a debit card. If you're asking somebody else's debit card, I think that's illegal. But that's what I'll say about that, my man.
Tokusatsu change.
Alright, this is my dude Andrew. He's like the younger brother I never had, but he is also one of my best friends. I've known him since high school, before high school, probably since I was like 14, 15. And he's been there through a bunch of shit. And till this day, like, I talk to all these people all the time. But Drew and I talk probably the most often, and I don't know, I love them. I love him, and I love them all so much. But Drew was also somebody else that I was surprised that was down to do this with us, because he's not into Toku like that or anything. But he started watching O's with us to kind of like get the gist of what Toku is and stuff, and he was down to do this video, so I always appreciate him for doing that. Shout out to Andrew. For Kotetsu, oh, Doug, yeah, absolutely. Well, actually, you know what? I don't think so. I think he only does PayPal, because we've only paid through PayPal on Kotetsu Toys Japan. So maybe just go check up the payment methods that he has on his website. Maybe you could use another card, but we've only done PayPal when going through Kotetsu Toys Japan. Am I excited for Dawn Brothers? Absolutely. We were supposed to have a live stream to talk about all of our Dawn Brothers like excitement and like theories and stuff like that, but we just never got around to it. Okay, 5 more minutes until midnight, y'all.
Rehearsal change.
Want to set a timer for 11:59? Boom. This is James. Shout out to James. I love James so much. Another person that I've known for years, whether if it was through bands. James is also a drummer, a guitarist, a whole bunch of shit. But drumming is when James was a drummer is where I met them. And I used to play drums too. So like us meeting was kind of like a very cool thing, because I don't know, I idolized him as a drummer, but then we just became super close friends, and everything we've done since has just been amazing. And I don't know, again, I still talk to these people to this day, and again, you'll probably see more of them in the future. But James is a super cool homie. We James and Tony are a couple. So Sophia and I, when we lived in Kingston slash like the Wilkes-Barre area in Pennsylvania, we got Tony and James into Kamen Rider Gaim. They watched the entirety of Gaim and loved it so much, and we're glad that we were able to share that with them. But absolutely, shout out to James.
Change, Zenkai.
Hey yo! Here is Callista. This is Andrew's partner, and she is a new friend for me because she and Andrew started dating this year, but she is an amazing person, and every time we've hung out with her, she's just been a really nice person, and we hung out with her for her birthday a couple weeks ago, so you know we're seeing them super often. We appreciate her so much for doing this, because like it was super last minute, you know, like Zenkaiger had come out, and like when we were getting ready to plan this, it was only supposed to be up until Kira Major, but Andrew was like, hey, like my girlfriend like has done some acting stuff, like she probably would be down if you wanted to have her in, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, I have another morpher that we could fucking add in. So we had her do Zenkaiger super last minute, but she fucking killed it, as you can see, just absolutely fucking nailed it. So shout out to Callista for trying to be a part of this, because we fucking needed her for sure. And then there's some random girl we found in the woods the one day.
Get him a change.
That little bit at the end is from our guy Squall Charleston. Just a little something to incorporate the morph aspect of turning into Rangers. We appreciate him so much. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. All right, it's almost midnight, guys. Probably going to start counting down soon. What's another one we can dive into real quick?
58.
11:58. I challenged myself to eat 4 plates of curry rice. You guys fucking remember that shit? You guys remember when I fucking did that? Because I fucking did that shit. I fucking did it. Did you watch that video? Because I did.
Yo, he did it.
I made it.
He did it.
I'm super proud of that video. I won't watch it because it's 12 minutes. But if you haven't watched it, please go watch it. I would greatly appreciate it, because I went through hell and back to finish those 4 plates. When I thought I was gonna be a walk in the park. All right. Almost that time. Almost that time.
11:59.
It's 11:59. Let's get a timer. Clock, stopwatch, timer for 1 minute, less than 1 minute. $40 seconds.
40 seconds, my grover.
It's almost midnight, everybody. Get ready.
Whoa.
Say 30 seconds. I don't really know what the countdown for realsies is. Switch the camera. All right, everybody. It's about to be midnight. We're about to ring in the new year with you all. Here live on stream for the first time ever. And it's going to be fun.
Yay.
I don't know. Oh, it's the new year! Happy New Year!
It just happened.
Yay! Happy New Year. Oh, there's my...
You're so close.
Yay! Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yay, 2022.
Yay.
Wonder what the year's gonna bring.
Yeah, let's make it a good one.
Wow. Very
Happy
good
New
year,
Year,
hopefully.
everyone.
Happy New Year, everybody. It's 2022, y'all. What an amazing time.
We made it.
Holy crab. Holy crab. We made it to
Holy
2022,
crab.
everybody. I can't believe it. Can you?
No.
I'm genuinely happy to be here. I genuinely am. Are you also excited to see Revice as build the new Kangaroo genome? Because I'm Yeah, I don't know. I think all the hyper DVD forms are like okay. But I'm also loving Revice so far, so anything Revice is fun. I totally am there with you. Doug, I wish you a happy new year. Hell yeah, man. Happy new year to you as well.
A fresh one.
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder if they can hear the fireworks.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say something about the fireworks, but I was like, I don't know if they can hear them. Yeah. If you guys hear any fireworks, there's fireworks going on outside right now. Should I comment on this Prawnhorn Heroes thing? On the Prawnhorn Heroes on the Hot Ones video? I feel like that's a video in itself. Me commenting on that because it's half an hour.
Yeah.
I feel like I could go into that. Yeah. For. Yeah. That's for sure. You know what? The last video I want to talk about is this pork cube stew video. Because it is the last Heroes Homemade in this format, and I kind of want to explain why for anybody that is wondering why we made the change, why it looks different, and yeah, I just want to go into that. And I never really went into why these last couple episodes had guests, so I kind of just want to go into that really quick. Mark, I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, shout out to you for joining us for the Korean Corn Dog Buster episode. Super appreciate you, man.
Today's recipe is inspired by episode 8 of Jukin Sentai Gekki Ranger. In that episode, John learns the lesson of patience and how it can be helpful when in battle and while making this dish.
Okay, so I think my goal for November was to just be thankful for the fandom, for creators, for the people that I've met. I think I just wanted to get together with people and just talk about the shows and talk about why they're grateful for them, why they're grateful for Toku, but in a way where it made sense with the recipe. So like, for Mark, we did the Korean corn dog, and that one was really about how we wanted to talk about just like this generation, the new generation, the old generation, and how that is like something in Saber, but at the same time, just talking about the positives of Saber, because I think Saber gets shitted on a lot. But I think with Mark, we wanted to talk about a lot of positive things for Saber, Buster being one of the coolest riders, we think. Or swordsmen, sorry, because they don't ride anything. Okay, at least happy new year, y'all. Thank you so much, my dude. Thank you for being one of the brightest parts of my year, friendship and content. Dude, I love you so much, and I fucking mean that. We appreciate you as well, and I hope you guys are doing well in the year 2021, because I'm in the future, baby. I'm in 2022 now.
Oh my god.
Joining us today for the month of being thankful are our friends Squall and Lore.
Hey. And who else to have on for the Gekki Ranger episode than Squall and Lore? Like, I know Lore just started watching Gekki Ranger through Tokusatsu Girlfriend, the Tokusatsu Girlfriend podcast with Squall, but I know Squall is a huge fan of Gekki Ranger, and as somebody myself that loves Gekki Ranger and Jungle Fury, I thought that when we made this recipe, it had to be with Squall and Lauren.
These are the carrots we're going to be working with.
Squall Charleston, Eternally 24. If you can tell me where that joke is from, I will give you a big ol' hug. Also, if you can tell me why I added Key Ninja American counterpart, I'll also give you a hug or something.
And I'm his fiance, Laura. That's about it.
Oh, you guys can't see. I changed the you guys can't see what I'm watching. That's guys, I stream, okay? I can stream.
Also hosts of the podcast Tokusatsu.
Hey! Happy New Year, Prawnhorn Heroes. Can't wait to see what content you make in 2022. Yo, thank you so much. We are also very excited for the content that's coming in 2022. So thank you so much for being a supporter. And I hope that whatever we bring is something that you will enjoy.
Girlfriend. We took some time to ask them about Gekki Ranger, Tokusatsu, and anything the genre has taught them while we both prepare this delicious dish. Butan no Kakuni, also known as pork cube stew.
So I gotta admit, going into this video, I wasn't really sure how I was gonna mix the footage that we got, the audio that we recorded, and just how that was going to mix with the already format that I had for Heroes Homemade. So the solution I came up with was that I was going to overlay all the audio from the Q&A session that I did with Squall and Lauren over the recipe itself. And I figured that was the best option because I
really love Shinken.
Excuse me. I wanted to keep it shorter video. Because I know people don't, especially with these recipe ones, people don't watch the whole thing because it's just, if it's longer than a couple minutes, that's really fucking good. And I just didn't think that this recipe was too extravagant to make like into this big video. And maybe I could have just edited it differently, or maybe had planned a little bit better. But going into it, I was just like, let me just overlay all the good bits and pieces that have to do with them speaking about Geki Ranger and just sharing their passion for it, and all the little inside stories and like little behind the scenes stuff that we got to get while talking to them, which was amazing. Like Sophia and I talked to them for like a bunch of hours that night, and it was just really cool to talk to Squall and Lore about them as a couple and like how they watch Toku and just like what it means to Lore and what it means to Squall. It was really nice. Sophia related to a lot of the things that Lauren said, so it was really cool.
Every single box for me that I had. That being said, I still like it. It's taking some time to grow on me. I don't dislike it by any means. I'm just taking some time to warm up with it.
It's a really, really, I think, dynamic series because like you don't get a lot of Sentai that just have 3 and really just focus on those 3. Like, you already know that going in, that it can't just be 3 throughout. They've never done that except back in Sun Vulcan, you know, like, they haven't just kept...
So many great points that Squall brought up, honestly.
So different inherently from everything else, and, like, even by the last episode...
Also, Butano Kakunin, Pork Cube Stew, it's not that difficult, it just takes forever. It takes so long to make.
Fighting, you know, like, against the main villain. It really just comes down to the main 3 kicking ass, and, like, that's what the show is all about from day 1 until the very end. Like, they work as a trifecta.
They're a fucking unit.
Until the very last episode, and you see so many like Sentai start with that. Like, think of like Hurricaneger or even Goanger, and then it really becomes a dynamic of how does everybody in the team work together. But Geki Ranger said, "Nah, fuck that." I think the biggest thing that comes with John is like his actor isn't terrible. Like, he's really good at,
I gotta
like,
tell you, while I was editing this video, I wanted to eat the Pork Cube Stew so bad. And it had been a while since we had filmed it, so I was just craving it so bad when I posted it. Watching it now, it's making me want it again. It's so fucking good.
It's a little bit of culture shock when you first see him and you kind of see what he's doing, and it's like, okay, but like even the like it's consistent. Like, if you look at episode 1, John, and the last episode, you see a growth that you can actively participate in watching him go through the series, which you don't get with a lot of actors in general, let alone someone in like Tokusatsu or Sentai.
I did not care for him at first. To be honest, I was like, this guy's annoying. But now that we're like, I don't know, I would say maybe a 4th of the way through, maybe a 5th.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this guy is a goofball, and I like him. I like him. For me, watching Toku just period has really just kind of opened my eyes, I guess. Helped me become I know this sounds like such a Miss America answer, but like, helped me become a more well-rounded person. I would have never, if it weren't for Squall, I would have never watched Toku. I hated Power Rangers, and I came into this whole thing saying, oh, Sentai, what is that? That's just like Japanese Power Rangers, right? And I could not have been more wrong. And I hated Power Rangers, and I did not care for anything that had to do with the genre. I didn't care about any of it, despite being a Sailor Moon.
I really like that Lore was so open to talk about like how she feels, because I'm sure it's like it's kind of like a vulnerable thing to do, of just like, hey, this is how I feel. And to be honest, like that, I feel like some people might stray from it, but I'm so glad that she was down to say all of that from her personal experience, because Fee related to it a lot. And I'm sure there's also a bunch of other partners out there from Toku fanatics, you know, like I'm sure there's a Toku head out there that has a partner and they're like not super into Toku, but because they have a partner that likes Tokusatsu, they end up loving the genre as well, or just maybe finding something in the genre that they didn't see before. And I think that's something that could resonate with a lot of people. So I'm glad that she shared that with us because, again, I feel like somebody might watch this or somebody might hear that and be like, yeah, I feel that way too.
Fan, which Sailor Moon actually became a thing because of Super Sentai. She was an all-female Sentai team, so she was like, oh, I'm going to do Sailor Moon. It was like his thing, like the way Sailor Moon was to me, Sentai, Tokusatsu, all of it, that was to him. And I wanted to, I guess, give the time of day to something that my significant other was so passionate about and clearly loved.
Honestly, Zenkaiger, the one that at the time of recording is the Sentai that's just about to wrap up. That first episode, just like kind of like the prospect of like having friends and like having people that are passionate about the same things and kind of like wanting to be together by choice, even in like the face of like this insurmountable force, like odds that you are never gonna walk away alive from this.
That's what I'm talking about, dude.
That's like a ride or die right there. Like,
that's a ride or die.
The core idea that I feel about a lot of things that I'm passionate about. Someone who grew up without a lot of friends, someone who didn't really have that sort of connection to people. It kind of made me very cold to a lot of other people, very calculated. And by the time that I did find people that I would let in, like those people have been in my life forever. Like they're not just like a here and gone friend. Like they really are like a Sentai team, a family, you know. And I feel like that's something that Sentai really kind of
so I feel like this is a super long video. If you've watched this live stream in its entirety, shout out to you. Drop a comment down below and let me know because you deserve the world. I do want to say though that this was an amazing episode to do, even though it took me a little bit to kind of like figure out a way to make it into an actual palatable video. But it also reminded me that I put so much work into Heroes Homemade and did not get anything, not anything, but I felt like I wasn't getting the what I was putting into it, you know. Like I feel like the give and take was like super unbalanced. Like I was putting a lot into it, but I feel like what I was getting from it wasn't the best. So the goal was to change it up, and that's what we did. We changed it up to this new sleeker, quicker format, and the goal is to kind of just make quicker videos with it, because one, it's easier on us when we're filming. We don't have to do a lot. Two, it's quicker for you as a viewer. It's only 50 seconds of your time. You don't have to spend that much time on a video, and you can check it out on Reels on TikTok and Instagram, and it seems like it's doing better now. But hopefully this new format is better and people enjoy this way more. Today because we liked making this.
Chicken to help Sakuya save Christmas.
Yes. Crunch. And obviously like this is something that's like fried chicken is like super, like obviously like fried chicken, duh. Like it's just a normal fried chicken recipe, but it's supposed to reference that time where Sakuya couldn't get fried chicken and we're gonna help him out and make some fried chicken for him. That's like the joke. So I hope to do more stuff like that. But also, we are going to continue to do stuff from the show, like pork cube stew, or whatever else. You know, like takoyaki, Deno fried rice. Like, there's a couple things that we do have in mind. So, you know that more things will come. It'll just be under this new format of this whole situation where, like, it loops from the end to the beginning. Oh, my gosh. Is it possible to suggest a meal for Heroes Homemade? Yeah, dude, absolutely. What do you have in mind? But yeah, honestly, like, Heroes Homemade is something that I have always been evolving since the first episode. So it'll continue to evolve, and I hope to just continue to. I just want to make it the best series it could be, and if people like it, they like it, and if they don't, we'll just stop making it, which is fine. All right. Do I dare? Do I dare talk about it? Alright, so to end the year, my friend Hawkillies and I decided to make a video called the Tokusatsu Top 10 that we did last year in 2021. This year we decided to do it for 2020. Oh, sorry, last year for 2020. this year for 2021, we decided to do it again. If you haven't seen part 1, please go and check out part 1 on Achilles' channel. I'm gonna watch part 2 because there's some comments that people have some opinions, and while I disagree with them, I'm not gonna say that they're wrong. But with that being said, yeah, I just want to go into, our choices for this, and this is, I guess, the last video I'm posting for this year. So why not talk about it in this whole recap of all the videos that I posted this year. Sam, I was wondering, can you make a meal based on builds? Oh, 100% we can. Absolutely we can. Whenever we think of it, we'll let you know. Or actually, no, I have a couple in mind. So, yeah, don't worry, dude. It's coming. I got you.
Rhino.
All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Prawnhorn Heroes. My name is Jem, and to round out the year once again, Achilles and I decided to do another Tokusatsu Top 10 for the year of 2021.
Yes.
Just like last year, Part 1 is over on Hawk's channel, so make sure to watch that one first and come back for Part 2. Without any more delays, let's get into number 5.
Oh my god, I'm wearing the same thing. That's so meta. That's very weird.
Number 5 on our list has to go to the Ryuki and 01 announcements we got this year. You'll be able to stream and enjoy the entire season of Kamen Rider Ryuki on Tubi, or Shout Factory.
Okay, so Ryuki and 01 announcements being number 5, that's cool, right? Nobody had a problem with that. I think that was exciting, right? Like, we got official news that Ryuki and 01 were coming. 01 is getting Blu-ray release, like,
English subs, thanks to
physical media. Like, that's exciting, right? Like, that's exciting. I thought it was exciting, so that's why we decided to talk about it.
As well as owning the complete series, plus the real-time movie in an 8-disc.
And the real-time movie? Like, that's exciting. Come on.
Has gotten physical media in the West.
Yes,
thank you. As a 01 super fan myself, I can tell you I'm extremely excited about this. Here's to hoping we get more Rider physical releases in the future. I know a certain someone that needs their hands on a hard physical copy of Kamen Rider Build ASAP.
Try saying that one 5 times. Number 4.
If there is one tokusatsu that I bet flew under your radar on this list, it's Girl Gun Lady.
Did you watch Girl Gun Lady?
Into the genre to
Did you?
their model.
Did you watch Girl Gun Lady? Because we did. And we cried almost every episode. It is so good. Girl Gun Lady is one of my favorite tokus of this year. And just the show, there's so many great themes, messages, and it's mainly an all-female cast. So it's just really like such a different toku than other things we've seen. And it's kind of Gunpla related. Not kind of, it is Gunpla related. So it's not like kind of like big 3 tokusatsu like Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, but Girl Gun Lady has everything that a tokusatsu has. Has the drama, it has some special effects, it has this, that, and the other. Like, it's great. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend Girl Gun Lady. Which again deserves to be up here with these other high listers, if you would say.
Girl Gun kits took me by complete surprise. Girl Gun Lady is a toku take on the isekai and battle royale story tropes while throwing in a few intense moments that earned it our number 4 spot. Koharu fights for her life in team battles where 3 deaths means you are erased from existence and a new student steps in the game to take your place.
Dude, so
Girl Gun
good.
Lady was subbed on Bandai Spirits.
We talked about this on the podcast as well, so if you haven't seen that episode, maybe check it out.
YouTube for a few months, but sadly has since been taken down.
Because that's the other fucking bullshit. They just took down... They took down the episodes, Bandai Spirits. What's up with that?
Who better to complain about this year than me?
I'll say, tell him, dude. I'll say, yo, if... Oh my god, this is so good.
Which is why...
If you haven't seen this video, why haven't you seen it yet?
Fuck you for inviting me.
Fuck it.
Without further ado, let's complain about the 5 biggest failures in Tokusatsu.
Let's do it, man.
We got caught, dog. Probably one of the biggest fails in Toku this year.
Is us.
More specifically, I'm talking about the cease and desist TV. You guys got too comfortable talking about Kiss Asian on the timeline. I see you. This is on you, dog. And by you, I mean me. And by me, I mean we. And by we, I mean us. But fuck the cease and desist. I'm gonna watch Revise every week on the cat site.
On the cat site.
You ain't slick.
Meow.
Do you know 5's got officially released last year? No? That's why it's on the list. Everyone, round of applause to this segment's sponsor. I would like to thank Toku.com for releasing Kamen Rider Agito with probably the worst translations imaginable. and for giving us Kamen Rider Faiz, which is one of the saddest things on this list. Dog, we got an official Kamen Rider season released in the West, and none of us gave a shit. It's not even about how, like, Toku's, like, this niche.
So, like, when we were talking to Alsace about, you know, like, we were all in a video call one night, and we were just talking about, like, things that we could add to the fail list, that whole situation, and, he had brought up, he was like, yo, did you guys know that Faiz got an official release this year? And I was like, did it? Just because, like, I did not remember that happening. But then he looked it up, and by golly, it was true. Faiz got an official release this year, and nobody... I mean, maybe somebody talked about it, right? But it wasn't, like, a thing that we all just, like, talked about. You know, like, oh, Ryuki got announced? He fucking made this list. 01, fucking height. Faiz? Nobody gave a shit. It was just, like, the last thing on everybody's mind. And honestly, I think that's hilarious.
Property that, like, we all like to cuddle around in the fandom. No, I'm saying, like none of us cared. We didn't give a fuck. None of us even knew. I didn't even know before researching this. Like, how does that happen? That's like if Tokusatsu started releasing Sentai DVDs again, and none of us fucking cared. That is genuinely the funniest shit imaginable. I went off script. Oh, and also, by the way, do you hear James Gunn likes Toku? And Lord knows that the best way to advertise this announcement is through tweeting a silhouette of Kamen Rider Gon.
You know, I just got to say something real quick on this. I was so excited when I saw this image. When they posted, we said there wasn't any streams tomorrow, but join us for a special secret panel tomorrow. I was so excited because knowing David Clark, he loves Gaim. So I thought, oh, we got something Gaim related to talk about. I thought it was going to be maybe the Genesis driver CSM announcement. But it was just a bait and switch for us to talk about James Gunn for a panel. Yeah, which was cool. But I wanted to talk about Gaim. I got a Gaim pin. Where's my Gaim pin? I had a Gaim pin for the panel. I switched out my pin because I thought we were gonna talk about Gaim. But hey, pie's in my face, am I right?
Oh, what? You're probably not gonna like this one. You're also probably just not gonna like the fact that I refuse to spend my hard-earned money on toys that I don't want, just to show the omnipotent forces at Toei that I also like the brand too. Yeah, I guess I am the problem. I'm just butthurt about the jersey, dog. Let's move on with the list.
Let's move on with looking away.
What happens when you put Toei, TV Asahi, and members of Johnny's Entertainment in a room? You get the High School Heroes. We're in top 3 territory now, so you know it's getting serious. A love letter to the original Himitsu Sentai Go Ranger. High School Heroes takes 8 episodes to give you a Sentai story worth its weight in gold. In a high school where there's 2 apps that can turn you into a machine.
I don't want to say too much on High School Heroes because I plan on making a video for it next year. High School Heroes is an amazing show. If you haven't seen High School Heroes and you are a Sentai fan, you must watch it. You will love it. But if you're a Toku fan and you just want to watch something cool, High School Heroes is that show, I think.
Or a hero, you'll meet Taisei, a Go Ranger superfan who is the sole member of the school defense club.
Can I just say that, like, Hawk and I, we didn't, like, take this list, like, lightly, and I'll elaborate on that. When thinking about this list, we genuinely thought about a bunch of things. We had a bunch of things that we were like, oh, well, should we add this or should we add this? And then as we went on, we were taking stuff out or replacing things or maybe tweaking things here and there. But when we were making this list, the whole goal was to think of stuff, anything. It didn't have to be a show. It was just anything that was cool this year or that we enjoyed or that we thought was big for Toku or just like very cool for Tokusatsu this year. So High School Heroes being one of them is just an amazing thing. But I feel like some people got carried away with the fact that there was a lot of shows on this list. But this was never supposed to be like the top 10 Toku shows in 2021. So I just want to quickly say that, like, when we thought about this list, we were really trying to hone into just like really cool shit that happened this year.
Super Sentai, passed down by his late father, is what sets this whole show into motion. He is the heart of this team. Every episode shows him connecting to every single member as they join the team, and it all culminates to a real heartwarming finale. Not to mention the stride we got in Tokusatsu with this series, given we have our first open transgender lady in
Ichika!
female hero. Her story will speak volumes to people of all ages for years to come. And from a monster with a baseball head to a Yellow Ranger stuffing his face with curry, this Sentai show truly has it all. Ultimately a must-watch for all Super Sentai and Tokusatsu fans.
I
And
agree.
between you and me, it's what Zenkaiger should have been.
This should come as absolutely no surprise, but number 2 on our list is Dino Fury's Izzy becoming the first LGBTQIA+ Ranger. While Power Rangers was known in the 90s for its diversity, the 2010 version of the show seemed to fall behind the times on representation. The 2017 movie gave us a Yellow Ranger who was questioning her orientation, but that wasn't enough for a lot of us, and this year our pleas were answered. Right from the start, Izzy exuded...
One of the coolest things to happen in Tokusatsu is that we officially have an open gay ranger in a Power Ranger season. And I'll never regret putting this high on this list. My only regret is not putting it higher. It's not number 1 because like so much anniversary shit got put out this year that there was just a lot of stuff to talk about every month. But Izzy being the first open gay ranger is fucking amazing for Tokusatsu, and if you have a problem with that, you can straight up unsubscribe and peace out right now, because I literally don't care. Hawk and I knew what we were doing when we chose this, and by that I mean we wanted this to be high because of the impact of this character decision, and I'll stand by it forever.
A different confidence and style than we'd ever seen from a female ranger before. But being the first woman Green Ranger wasn't enough for the youngest Garcia and
Speedy Garcia! That's what I'm talking about. Josh, talk to me, man.
From Twitter, and I'm here to talk to you about the Tokusatsu Toy of the Year for 2021. And for me, personally, it has to be the deluxe gear cleaner from Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger.
Hell yeah, brother!
This toy is awesome. Not only does it look pretty cool, but the Sentai gears themselves were just such a fun gimmick to have this year. In fact, I should probably demonstrate one. Ooh. Let me grab one from the big container.
Ooh, Josh, I see that Stacy figure over there in the corner. I'm jelly.
Himself, right? Here he is. Beautiful little gears. Love these gimmicks. And Sentai gears are going to be the gimmick, or some version of them are going to be the gimmick for next year as well. So this was just a really, really fun toy, and with more functionality coming next year, how could you go wrong with the deluxe gear to laner?
I agree, Josh. Such a good pick. It's such a good pick.
The Geared Slinger is the perfect Toku toy of the year, given the 45th anniversary theme in Zenkaiger. But 2021 was a big year for anniversaries. Ultraman's 55th, Kamen Rider's 50th, which is why our number 1 spot goes to all the anniversary stuff we got this year. From the many Kamen Rider side specials, including the 1,000...
Okay, so we know that the O's movie didn't come out this year, but it was announced this year, so that's why we put it on. The announcement itself blew up Twitter for like a day or two, so that excitement just like was so cool this year. Like that excitement is why we put that poster on, but also like but also like who cares? Fuck.
Specials, including the Thouser Gem President Special, Geo vs. Decade 21 Complete Form, the Yodona Specials, to all the premium toy releases that we got, like the Memorial Ultraman Orb Ring, or the Memorial Guy Soulken from Ryu Soldier, or one of the Memorial 10 Gokaiger sets. Big year for Memorial releases for
have aged horribly, because if you've seen the Memorial Edition Mobiles that have been coming out have been bad. Apparently there's a bunch of issues with them, like the keys look like they're out of fucking Dollar Tree. There's a bunch of white gunk powder on the Mobiles. Some of them aren't staying open. Premium Bandai product bad? No bueno, Toei or Bandai.
For sure.
Whether it's a new special or a collectible item, and let's be honest, most of the time both, you can be sure fans had something to talk about every single month this year, and that's rare. Things won't be this hype again until the next 5-year milestone when we celebrate these franchises that we've all grown up with.
So true, man.
Zenkaiger and Revice all had elements to homage past seasons. Toei and Subaraya did not pull their punches when it came to releasing media and merch this year.
Yes, and I just want to elaborate more on that. The amount of stuff that we got this year is different than other years. I think there was a special every month, and there was like, or at least announced, like the Ghost one, the Spectre one, the President special, the all the writer stuff, the Sentai things. We got the announcement for the Ryu Soldier thing that we didn't even include with the Old Masters. It's like a prologue or something that got announced this year. There were so many things this year that we got that like every month there was something to talk about, and I feel like that doesn't happen every year. So that's why like there was like a big decision as far as like, hey, we can put all this stuff as one number because there was just so much this year to appreciate because of the anniversary theme and everything that we had in the big three. You know, like Kamen Rider, Ultraman, Sentai, it all had something to homage this year, and I feel like that was a good thing for Tokusatsu this year. If not, dare I say the best, because it's number one.
A big thank you to Josh, Alsace,
yeah.
especially Achilles. It's been amazing to make this list, and everybody's contribution has just made it that much more fun. And now that you've seen our list, what's on your Tokusatsu top 10 list? Did we miss anything? As always, please take care of yourselves, Toku heads. We'll see you in the next video.
Peace out, my dude. Such a good fucking track. Yeah, okay, so one last thing before I wrap it up. I want to just quickly react to my first video ever. There's 5 people in the stream right now, so I'm just going to quickly go and see if I can find that video. And that's the last thing I'll elaborate on today because, yeah. Bro, how's your COVID test? Are you okay? So, Sophie and I haven't gotten tested yet. We scheduled to get our tests for the 5th of January. So once that happens, you'll know. But as of right now, I'm feeling much better than I did the last 2 days. And Sophia is feeling pretty good, but she's feeling pretty bad. She's felt better in her life, but, you know. Right, so really quick, I just want to see if I can get to my first video because it's not public, so I have to go all the way back. In my videos.
All the way back.
All the way. Alright, so real quick, we're going to react to our my very first video ever. It's so bad, and this is probably the only time I'll do this. So with that being said, can you guys see it? Yeah, okay. Alright, okay, so no. This is already bad. So that was something that I thought I was going to be doing. Talking Tokus. Talking Toku number 1. But that never became a thing. So right off the bat, big bad.
Talking Toku number 1. Okay. Let's get into this. What's going on, people of YouTube? My name is Fire.
What's good? Not your name, but okay.
25th anniversary episode
of Fire, baby.
We'll start out with just Ninja Steel, because that's the season that the episode takes place in. So, as far as Ninja Steel, I'll just get this out of the way now. I am not a fan of the season.
Not a fan of Ninja Steel. Could have told you that one.
Per se, I grew up watching Power Rangers, so I think that, you know, it can be written a certain way, and the formula that they have been working with the last couple of years just hasn't been my cup of tea.
I thought leaving my fan on, the one that you can see in the frame, was a good idea because it was hot, but just makes the audio sound horrible.
This episode is about Lord Draven, I think they call him. Lord.
I'm just curious on why you private past live streams. Oh, they're just not good quality. They don't look good. Like the webcam that we were using back then was just super shitty. And if it doesn't look good, I just feel like there's no point in having it up there. And some of them are just like not interesting. So I felt like, all right, let me just, But all of the most recent live streams that we've done are just up in public to watch. People can just watch them whenever.
Draven is trying to capture past Rangers from all the universes and clone them to build a...
This is what I was talking about earlier. Just like explaining the episode to the audience is so boring to me. Because you already saw the episode. You know what happened. I don't need to tell you what happened. You watched the episode. You want to know how I felt or like my review of it. So that's where I just like when reviews come into play, I hate that like play-by-play that some people do sometimes or every time.
Rangers to then take over the multiple.
Honestly, this video is already super boring, but this is why it's private. Like I would never leave this. Like just nobody would watch this. Also, it's just horribly mixed. Like the audio is super loud. There's a bunch of stuff wrong with it. But with that being said, I don't know, guys. I think I'm gonna start wrapping up here. Can I just say really quick? I think this year has taught me one thing, and oh my god, my hair is so wild right now. This year has taught me one thing, and it's that if you're consistent with stuff, if you want to make stuff happen, you can make it happen. You just gotta do it. I think you just have to walk the walk sometimes. Because talking the talk is cool. You could be like, oh, I want to start a channel. I want to start making content, blah, 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 blah. But I think it all comes down to actually doing it and wanting to put in the work for it. Which at the end of the day, it is work. Don't think that it's not work. And to anybody that noticed or maybe they haven't noticed, we got a camera. So shout out to my family. They've shown an amazing support. Shout out to my dad. Everybody has been super supportive with this crazy journey of mine. And Sophia and I were planning to sell one of our CSMs, or our only CSM, to get a camera. But my family has been super supportive with this whole situation. So we have a camera now, and I'm surprised nobody has said anything because this quality has been the best for any of our live streams. With that being said, yo, thank you so much. 2021, an amazing year. We got some Henshins in there. We started Heroes Homemade. We reacted to every episode of Kamen Rider Saber and started reacting to Kamen Rider Revice. We reacted to some Zenkaiger and the first episode of Ultraman and really got people wanting more Ultraman reactions. But we didn't react to more Ultraman. However, Sophia and I started getting into the show, getting into Ultraman as a whole. We watched a couple different seasons, so Ultraman content is coming. You can expect Ultraman content in 2022. And show overall more stuff that isn't Kamen Rider, because I talk a lot of Kamen Rider on the channel, but I want to talk more Sentai, I want to talk more Power Rangers. So that will be coming in 2022. Anything goes. Pun intended. Anything goes on Prawnhorn Heroes. My name is not Prawnhorn Heroes, my name is Jem. And I will see you in the next video, as always. Because this is what I want to do. This is what I love doing. I love making content, and I hope that next year, around this time, I can do a recap of all the shit that we did in 2022, and we can laugh about it, and have a good old time. So with that being said, thank you so much if you've watched this entire video. Again, if you did, drop down a comment below, and I'll probably say hi or something. Say something nice. But Omega RX, Corvus, Quartzer, Emmanuel Lopez, Escobar Furious Sr., shout out to everybody that hung out with us. Happy New Year's, guys. Take care of yourselves. Yo, hey, there it is. There's that line. Please take care of yourselves, everybody. We will see you in the next video. Please have a great fucking New Year, honestly. And Don Brothers, we're fucking hype. Let's get it.